All right, why don't you go back into the forest, little woodland creature? The plan today is to drive along the South Rim Road and stopping at all the overlooks and doing some of the short hikes. Ultimately, we'd like to end up at Warner Point and do that 1.5-mile hike. That's supposed to be quite magnificent. Also, along the way, there's supposed to be a ranger-led talk at Pulpit Rock about the geology of the area. So we'd like to do that too, as well as some of the other overlooks. If you look at both sides of the canyon, you might ask why they're sloped differently. Look at the sky for the answer. The position relative to the sun drives the forces of erosion. In the winter, when Black Canyon receives the majority of its precipitation in the form of snow, the sun is lower in the sky. Sunlight shines mostly on the north slope, evaporating moisture off the wall. Snow on the south slope remains throughout the winter, melting and refreezing, breaking up the south slope's rocks, creating soil and habitat for plants to take root. During spring runoff, the Gunnison River can wildly fluctuate from 3,000 to over 12,000 cubic feet per second. At 5,000 cubic feet per second, churning waters carry rocks up to 2 feet across, weighing almost 700 pounds. As its erosive energy increases, the river carves the canyon deeper.
See how powerful that water is down there?
Let me see.
There's the water.
I can hear it.
You can hear it, huh? But
Well, you notice you don't see anybody rafting it.
I don't know if you can hear it, but there's like water down below, and it's going pretty fast. But this is what they mean by Black Canyon, because if the sun's not shining on the canyon, like over there, it's just dark down below.
Gets very black.
Yes.
Like night. Then maybe we should give him some water when we get back. We found out that Willie can come. This is really, it's like the Flintstones. I can go up there. Looks fun. Ooh, steps. Hey, more steps.
Made it.
He did it.
He's like, I'm not gonna take that last step.
We only have 7 more overlooks to go. What do you think, Willie? 7 more?
He's like, I'm so over this.
I think he still wants to go home and just be in his bed in the dining room. The mighty Gunnison River relentlessly carves the Black Canyon. Its power comes from the steep 2,000-foot drop it takes through the 53-mile Black Canyon. On average, the river drops 43 feet per mile. However, through the park, it drops almost 95 feet per mile and as much as 480 feet in the 2-mile stretch from Pulpit Rock to Chasm View. As the river plunges through steep sections, its energy increases, cutting through the cliff walls faster than erosion can wear away the canyon sides. The result is the dramatic Black Canyon of the Gunnison, deeper in many places than it is wide. Look at that guy, how colorful. Look at the bands around his neck. Man, that is really neat. The Gunnison River cuts deeper into the gorge, while other forms of erosion help to widen it. The continuous cycle of freezing and thawing water, expanding and contracting within the canyon walls, weakens the rocks to form towers, pinnacles, and side canyons. The ancient pinyon juniper forest at the park's western end and north rim provides food and shelter to the mountain lions and stellar jays. These forests can survive high winds and drought while providing shelter for a wide array of wildlife. Warner Trail winds through such a forest. There's Lily basking in her glory of her accomplishment, which is pretty cool. We walked a lot today. I don't know how many miles, at least 5 or 6 miles. Up and down these mountains over 8,000 feet. 2 million years ago, its course determined by the location of high mountain ranges, the river began cutting through the uplift's core with rocks, gravel, and sediment. When further empowered by floodwaters, it gained speed through a steep descent from the surrounding mountains. It wields huge boulders that scour trees and chisel the canyon bottom, which has not yet been reached. When we got back to our campground, we found this guy wandering around, just kind of chilling in the bushes. After a long hot day of hiking, it was great to get back to the van and take a nice hot shower. Lily took a shower inside the van, but I went to my favorite spot, which is to open the back doors and get the hose and the sprayer and just do it right outside the back of the van. We had some dinner, and then we went over to the amphitheater for a ranger talk about all kinds of things about the park, geology, plants, animals, things like that. It was a great way to end the day. After the sun went down, we were lucky enough to participate in a stargazing event. Park rangers set up telescopes here for public viewing during summer evenings, very close to our campground. Black Canyon was designated as an International Dark Sky Park in 2015. Park rangers, volunteers, and members of the Black Canyon Astronomical Society work together to provide astronomy programs. These events occur frequently at the park during the summer. Programs may include talks, constellation tours, or night sky viewing with telescopes. These are examples of some of the large telescopes that were at the event. We got to see some pretty cool things like close-ups of the Milky Way, certain constellations, a really close-up of the moon, and one telescope was focused on a nebula. So I'm walking through the parking lot to go over to the dumpster over there. As I'm walking through the parking lot, I feel like there's something like shadowing me as I'm walking along. Something's like, you can feel a presence there. And there's this deer just hanging out. Just kind of following me as I'm walking back to the campsite. Huh? I don't have any food for you. I'm not going to give you anything to eat. You're welcome to walk along. Because I'm walking Willie. And he doesn't seem to be afraid of Willie. And just wanted a walking partner this morning, huh? Yep. That's cool. Alright, why don't you go back into the forest, little woodland creature? And Willie doesn't seem to mind him either. Hey, they're buddies. That is so cool. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the camp now, right? Love your big ears. Alright. Come on, Willie. Bye-bye.